Hey guys, I'm currently working on this product page and I need to update the description of this product. So I'll just copy the title of the product and go to the products in the Shopify admin panel and search for the same product. So I'll open it and you can see now it is open. I can update the description, but you see that it took me a little longer, maybe 3 to 4 clicks to reach there. But there is a better way. I can just right click here and open in admin. In just one click, I am able to go to the admin panel and it will save me a lot more time throughout the year. So I'll be sharing a few more tips and tricks that can help you in your Shopify development journey. So first of all, you need to install Alfred extension that is present in the Chrome web store. You can install this extension. So once you install this, you can see I was able to go to the admin panel because of this extension. And you can also go to the um, customizer using the one click. You can see I'm able to see the customizer, and currently the theme was I was on the live theme. But if I am on some other theme, for example, I'll just open this theme. So I'll copy the preview link and paste it here. For example, I'm on this theme right now, and from the alpha, if I open the customizer, it will open the same theme which I was currently previewing. So you can see that I'm on the same theme and same product. So that is very good. And also, if I need to make some changes in the code editor, so I will open the section in the code editor using the same one-click formula. So all thanks to this extension. So it can save you a lot more time throughout your Shopify development journey. You can see I'm able to preview the code right here. So it also helps you. You can see whenever you make some changes, you want to see the preview URL, you can just copy right from here. Instead of going in here, you can just copy the preview link and theme ID right from here. There is no need to go right here to copy this one. And similarly, if you want to handle this product template to a QA, you can just open this alpha and copy. You can see I will open it. You can see the same preview theme, and you can see the same product page. The QA will be able to see this instantly. There is no need to copy paste. So this extension saves you a lot of time. And let's see what else, how we can save our time. Okay, so I'm currently on the default. Okay, I'll just open the collection page. You can see I'm currently on this theme right now, and I'm on the collection page. I just want to see that how the collection page looks like this theme. I'll just copy the theme ID and replace it right here. I will land on the collection page in the theme editor for this theme on the collection page. You can see this trick also saves a lot of time. Okay, now we have already covered this one. Right click and go to admin, and we have also covered this. Like you can share the development theme quickly. And now imagine you are working on a template. For example, you have created a new template in the theme and you want to preview. For example, you have this new template for the product and you want to see this template on the front end, or maybe share the preview link with some QA or the client, like how it looks for the specific product. So in this new template, you can see we have the new template text right here. So I want to see this template on the front end and I want to share this URL with. So how I will do this? So instead of assigning this template, I will just add view is equal to new template. Okay, I need to add equal to view is equal to new template. You can see that we are able to see the new template. So this method is called alternate template, and this helps a lot. You can paste the template name right here. And also, if you want to see the JSON data, so this is very common trick. Like if you want to see the JSON data of any of the product, you can see right here. You can see the product ID and the variants, variant data, options data, and the images, all these things. And similarly, you can see the themes data. Of course, if you have the admin rights and you are logged in, you can see all the themes, and the published theme will have the role of main. And similarly, you can just see the products by going to products.json, it will show the products list like this. And similarly, you can see the collections and so on and so on. Every identity has a JSON endpoint. And if you want to clear the cart in one go, for example, I have these two items in my cart. I want to clear this. So I will just go to cart and clear. This will empty my cart. And now, for example, if you are working with the section rendering API. So maybe if you have not watched the video, I have created an in-depth course related to section rendering API. You can check that. But here we can see a specific section using the section rendering API. For example, I'm currently on this theme, and here we have the live theme. Okay, let me exit the preview so that we are on the live theme, and I will just create a new section, and we can write anything, product dot title. And if we want to see the details of this section, we can append the query parameter, and it will okay, section ID. It is section ID. You can see I'm able to see this right now. But you can add anything right here, any HTML structure, any style, any kind of thing. But if you want to see the main product, you can also see like this. Is showing all the data, all the HTML structure that is present right here. So you can, and this is very helpful when you are working with the section rendering API and debugging and you will be able to see only the data that is coming, liquid data that is coming in the section without the clutter of header, footer, or the other side elements. And now this is the most important thing that helped me a lot. For example, you are debugging, and for example, I open this wish list, and I want to see that how the code works for the wish list. So you can just analyze opening and closing. So if you want to go to the code that is affecting, you can see the attribute is changing right here. So attribute modification we can add, and you can see I'm able to see the code that is responsible for this change. Here I am able to see the close method. So I can read all the code and that is responsible for this wishlist cart jar. So here I want to show you something like for example, here the code has the event listener to open the wishlist drawer. So we can open the wish list by dispatching this event, but I will first remove the breakpoint right from here. Okay, document of dispatch event. I will dispatch a new event. Okay, I am able to open the wish list, but there should be some close method, but I'm not able to close this. So what you can do is if you want to override the JS for testing purpose, you can go to the sources panel and click this and go to overrides and select a folder to override. I will just select the any of the folder, and from here I'll click allow. So if I make any of the change right here and refresh the page, then this change will be persistent. So you can see, okay, I already made that change. So now if I add the document add event listener and easy wish close, and on this method I want to close this function, and I will save and refresh. So previously we saw that there was a method present open, but if we want to close, we needed this. So you can see with the help of override, we can override the incoming JS, and this will help you a lot in debugging and overriding the JS files. So I hope this video helps help you a little bit. So if you like it, please thumbs up and share with your friends. Thank you.